And we're live.
Have you guys seen those videos where the pilots fucking crash planes for suicide? They kill like 200 people with them.
Fuck.
Shit, no, I haven't. Like commercial pilots?
Yeah, there's this one pilot, I forgot where, but he fucking crashed into this mountain with like 250 people on the plane. He was suicidal.
One of the coolest stories ever is this commercial airline pilot who had this scam where he had this huge life insurance policy. I don't remember what was his motivation. He may have been ill or something, but he was the pilot and he was going to take the plane down so that his wife would get the money. But the co-pilots like catch on to this like as he's doing it, and they get into a fucking fight. And it is one of the most brutal fucking hand-to-hand battles for life and death you've ever heard of. He is battering these two, or maybe it's at least two men he's fighting. It might be three, but he has a hammer. And he's clubbing these guys with a hammer, and they eventually get him. They eventually like subdue him and get the plane landed, but they can barely land the plane because he's beaten them so severely with the fucking hammer. Like their injuries were ridiculous. It was like it was awful. Jeez. It was crazy. Yeah, the plane was going up and down because like there's two or three men in the cockpit fighting with a hammer for life and death. It's wild.
Well, what would you guys do if you're on a plane that was just like the fucking pilot's gone AWOL and he's trying to crash the plane?
There's nothing you can do anymore. That shit's locked.
Speak for yourself. I have a lot of aviation experience.
Woody carries a chute wherever he goes.
I would try and, break through the cabin door. Like, and no one would hold me back. Like all the flight attendants would be like, "Who can pull the harness? We gotta get in there!" Like everyone would be working together, and so you try to do that, and then you'd all just die in abject fear.
You don't think if you put like 50 people's weight on that door, it's not going to open?
Hell no.
Can't happen.
No way.
Can't happen. It's it's a corridor. You've been on planes. We all have.
Yeah.
A little corridor, right? Like you get up there. Has anybody here ever?
What
been
if you don't care for the welfare of the people up front? Right, in the same way that like at concerts, fences get pushed over and gates.
There's no leverage. Like they have made those after 9/11. They made those doors so that like human people can't get in them.
Are you sure about that? Because they look flimsy to me, and I know that on airplanes,
only one way to find out, Woody.
Weight is such a huge concern that like everything on an airplane is as flimsy as it can be, but no flimsier.
I'm afraid to Google.
They made those doors so that people can't get into them.
How to hijack? Yeah, that I like totally. There's 0% chance you're getting through that door.
0% chance.
And like even so, like Kyle said, that narrow corridor, like even if it was like if we could get 10 people on it at once, there's no you got what three abreast at most if you're turned sideways. There's no way.
I mean, how many people could you get on your bedroom door in your home? Right, 3 at best.
Exactly.
Maybe 4 if one crouches.
Like I just found, I think the story you're talking, or at least one story you're talking about, Ice. It was German Wings Flight 9525 from 2015, and this guy named, what the fuck was his name? Andreas Lubitz, who had been treated for suicidal tendencies and declared unfit to work by his doctor, intentionally steered the plane into a crash, and 150 people died, no survivors.
Yeah, that's
what a piece of absolute shit. Absolutely. That guy didn't commit suicide. He's a mass murderer.
I mean, yeah, why would you need to kill other people along with you? It's some fucked up shit. Exactly.
People like that is why, like, if hell was real, might be all right. Maybe not for eternity, because eternity is forever. But like, how about like, I don't know, 1 billion years?
I looked up the cockpit door thing. Kyle was so right. In my head, I thought they were going to be about as strong as the lavatory doors. Like, I don't know why I thought that, but I thought they'd just be shitty. Dude, everything on airplanes is so shitty. I don't know if you spent time with like GA and stuff, but these doors, they're meant to hold up to gunfire. They're meant to hold up to grenade blasts. They're meant to, what was the other thing? Gunfire, small grenades. Maybe that's all they listed. But yeah, you can't just push it with your shoulder, it appears.
I feel like that's kind of like, I mean, I get it because, 9/11 and everything, but what if one of the pilots go AWOL? They should give like the flight attendants like a fucking fingerprint access or something.
Just have it so the marshal, the marshal, the guy with the gun, and they get so real? A lot of, not every flight, they tell you every flight so that you assume every flight, but some flights I assume have marshals on there, but that would be a good thing.
If the hostess outside or stewardess or whatever, the flight attendant could get in, then all you'd have to do is put a knife on her neck and get in. That would be a weak point.
I mean, that's true, but I feel like it's the flight attendant's duty to not comply.
Less than 1% of flights have an air marshal.
I mean, if somebody puts a knife to my neck and I have access to the door, I'm not going to open it because I'm going to die anyways. If I open the fucking door, I'm going to fight. And it's the least I could do. Hopefully some of these fucks on the plane will help me if I have a knife to my neck,
I would hope that, especially now, you'd hope they wouldn't help you.
Well, if they're saying like, we're going to kill him unless you open the cockpit door and then you let us kill everyone. It's like, well, this isn't a very good, this is a terrible deal. It's one of the worst deals.
I mean, yeah, I think I would rather die than be the one who kills everyone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel, and like, so you can become an air marshal, but you have to be between 21 and 37. Kyle, you got to get on it, man.
Wait, to do what?
To be an air marshal.
Air marshal.
You also need to go get a bachelor degree.
Also going to have to get that felony removed.
You know what? That is the. That's true.
That seems like way too easy to become an air marshal.
No, I've heard that the marksmanship requirements for air marshals are out of this world. Now, Kyle's a really good shot. He might be the guy that can do it, but not many people can.
I'd be indiscriminate.
That's a issue too.
I think Kyle would be he'd be like, I'm the air marshal. That's me, everyone.
Yeah, so I hear there's some big dick air marshal on this plane. They're flashing my gun. I'm like spinning the gun.
You've got like shoulder tassels.
Who it could be.
And a Captain Crunch hat.
Any Terrys come up in here, there's going to be a little bit of a problem.
They make pretty good money.
It
looks like, I mean, the average one makes $66,000 a year, and that's the job seems to be going on flights.
Yeah, pretty much. That ammo they use is fucking
terrible
cool.
job, in my opinion.
I've shot that ammo. It's a lot of fun.
What makes it special?
It disintegrates when it hits something. It doesn't pass through things. It's they take really fine copper powder and denim, like blue jeans are made out of, and then they compress them like crazy fucking hard into a bullet. And then
is it just called frangible ammo?
That's the overarching description of that type of ammo, but that's a very specific kind of frangible ammo that I'm describing. Like
is what you're describing, Kyle? Would that kill you?
Oh yeah. Worse than kill you. When it hits things, it's just real gross and like dirty.
Okay, but it would kill you on a plane, and it would also prevent him from like missing and.
Nothing prevents you from missing.
Well, I mean, like it would prevent him from missing, like
shooting
through the window.
It won't go through him. It won't go through him. And if it does go through him, there won't be enough to like pierce the fuselage.
Huh. They should just give air marshals like a sword.
Ooh.
Because then you don't have to pierce the fuselage, right?
You know exactly who the guy is. He's just wearing like plain clothes and he's got a scimitar on his back.
I mean,
I do want I want the big one on my bag, like fucking Aragorn though. I want a big boy sword.
Like
I don't think that'd be a bad idea. Just have him like stand in front of the fucking cockpit door.
Samurai sword and plate mail.
Fuck that!
Yeah, a guy in plate armor who just stands there with his 7-foot tall sword right in front of him.
One of those Gimli style fucking war axes, just a giant double bladed axe, heavy as fuck.
One swing, fucking 6 innocent passengers decapitated.
Like the terrorist keeps ducking, and you keep killing like swaths of people.